Hey guys, this is Al. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about the things that is killing your business because your thinking is wrong and how to make money by just changing your thinking. One of the top problems that I see online is that business owners will have a website developed or they'll make a website themselves, and they'll think that the website by itself is all they need to do. And then automatically, magically, there's just going to be all these customers and all of this business coming in. And that's not the case. So one of the first things that people do is what they call website abandonment. They create a website and they expect the website to just work on its own without them doing anything. And that's one of the biggest problems in business. Now, what happens is the website is just a medium of giving information to people, but it doesn't have a personality. It doesn't engage with people on a very personal level. And people want to do business with people they like, know, and trust. So what happens is you've got to get to a point where you understand that, and you understand that your website is not going to do that by itself. It requires worker bees to drive people to that and convey the information that you want shared across the internet. All right, so website abandonment is one of the #1 problems with your online business. And you need to understand, by changing your thinking, knowing that the website is not the all in all. You've got to engage your audience. And that brings us to #2, which is the be social. When people think about social media, they focus more so on the media part, about putting out tweets and videos and different blog posts on different sites. And they think about connecting with backlinks and all this other stuff. And that's great. But the part of social media you need to focus most of your attention on is the part where it's about being social. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you are social. You're talking to people. Social media is kind of like dating. What happens is, very rarely will you go out on a date with someone one time and then marry them the next day. It doesn't usually work like that. What typically happens is that you date a person for a while. You see what their interests are. They get to know you. You get to know them. And then what happens is you merge and there is a match made in heaven. That's typically what happens. Now, the business world is a lot like that, because what happens with social media is you're basically dating your clients. You are sending them information, you're giving them things that make them feel comfortable, you're letting them get to know you. And then what happens is, when they get to know you, they feel comfortable enough and they say, you know what? Let's move this to the next level. Let's do a project together. Let's do something together, and let's work out things. Here's my contact information. Here's what I want. Give me a quote, or so on and so forth. So we've changed the dynamic because you understand that it's a courtship process. So it's not just rushing through, giving them a link, and then that's it. You've got to talk to people. You've got to engage with them. You've got to make sure that it's a good fit. Now, a lot of times, that's part of the problem with business owners. They think that it's all about just sharing links, but you've got to share yourself too. You've got to talk to them about what your philosophies are. Why did you start your business? What was your motivation behind your business? What are some of the things that you found in your business? And how can you help them to better their business by sharing the things that you've learned? Okay, so that's what it's about. It's about being social. That's #2. Now, #3 is not learning new stuff. That's a big hindrance for a business owner, because what happens is they're always trying to just rely on the stuff that they knew 5 years ago or 10 years ago, or some other industry they were in. The reality is there's so many things changing. Every 3 days something changes on the internet, where there's some new invention, some new way of doing things. Because what happens is the internet and the people who use the internet and different services are are in a race to have things be simpler, and they want them to be more efficient so they can have more time savings. When the computer was first invented, the goal was that they would have a computer on every desk, and basically people could, use the computer and get more done. But what the computer has done, it has far surpassed that, because now the computer has actually gotten to the point where it's eliminating desks. So there's less desks that are needed. So a person can do the job of 10 people in less time, because the machines have basically made it that much easier. Think about pounding out something on a typewriter now versus using a word processing software that's on your computer, and how much differently that is. Then think about the fact that you can dictate whatever you want to say to your tablet and have it type it out and be almost letter perfect and word perfect, and then send it to anyone you want in a matter of seconds without even finding a stamp or mailing it out. That's how the technology has changed. And so what happens is, if you're doing things the old way, you have to constantly realize that there is other ways to do that. By doing simple searches online, you'll find that there are people who have already cracked the code as far as creating simpler solutions. So that's why you always have to learn something new. All right, number 4 is do not blame anything for your problem. This is what I mean by that. Most people blame the economy, the president, the customers, something. It doesn't make any sense. You should not be blaming anybody. What happens is, with every big problem, there is a big solution where you can make some money. In fact, the bigger the problem, the bigger the chances are that you will make some money with offering solutions. So you need to be a solution-oriented person. You need to be a person that is not afraid of the big problems. Imagine if there was a big meteorite heading towards the planet, some type of catastrophic event happened. Now, who do you think that we would hire? Some guy charging $15 to get rid of the meteor, or the guy who's charging like $20 million or $40 million to get rid of that meteor? Because he had a big solution. Now, the bigger the problem, the bigger the payday. Okay, so what happens is, you need to run towards problems and you need to find solutions for those problems. And then when you find solutions for those problems, you get bigger paydays. All right, so don't blame anybody. All right, next, number 5, use the tech. It doesn't make any sense to not use the technology that's available to you. You want to make sure that you are aware of the technology, that you're constantly finding new tech and new resources, because it is vital to your survival. Things that do not adapt die. So what happens is, you have to adapt to the new technology. You can't make excuses anymore and say, well, I'm just not into computers. Well, I just don't understand all these apps and things. You can't do that. You have to use the technology. Your next million is probably found in just identifying some new innovation that you can couple with another innovation that will make you the money that you're looking for. The money is out there. Remember, it's probably already just sitting in the pockets of people who you can help. That's what the reality is. So use the technology and get that money. All right, number 6, stop thinking that you need things that you don't need. The world has changed so drastically. A lot of business owners are making excuses because they think, oh, I need this building before I can make money. Oh, I need this fleet of vans so I can make money. Oh, I need this truck so I can make money. Oh, I need this equipment so I can make money. And that's what they think. But the reality is that with the advances in technology, people don't need a lot of the things that they need anymore. People don't even want to come to your office space. So don't even try to get it, because the reality is that they would rather work from home in the comfort of their own home with their own fridge, with their own bathroom facilities, than trek 45 minutes to an hour to come to your facility so they can punch in at your clock and have you micromanage them. They're not interested in that. If you want to attract top talent, you've got to adapt to what top talent wants. And top talent does not want you to feel like they cannot be trusted and they have to be in your facility for them to do their work. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now, there are times when you have to have office facilities, but those, unless you're in a situation where you are managing secure documents, or you have a specific type of equipment that cannot be mobily used, then there's really no need for a lot of the office space that we think that we have. Now, with that said, that means that you can invent new business models where your employers are out in the field getting new clients, where they're at home contacting people, where you don't have to buy or pay for your expensive phone lines, or have multiple computers that you're paying for or leasing, or office furniture that you're leasing, because you keep thinking about things the old-fashioned way. You need to think about things the new way. So by changing your thinking, basically you can save your business and you can make more money. Think about things that you're doing now and how you can drastically change them by just saying, how could I do this differently? I need less and I can make more. All right, now, if you found this video interesting and you'd like to receive more information on how you can grow your business and build your business, please remember to subscribe to this channel. Now, my contact information is always located below my videos. So if you need help building your business or growing your business or solving your business related problems, don't worry, we're always here to help. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one.